knowing you can do a line and actually executing can be years apart. The struggle between here and there is what will make me as a climber. We are back at Hospital Hill on my wintertime project. It is a beautiful sunny day. It's still a little bit crisp, 0 degrees Celsius, but winter has definitely turned the corner. For today's session, this is a make or break situation on the line that I'm working here, full clip in the cave. I had 2 goals here on the full clip project that I set for myself when I started. I wanted to give it a real try at the send process. And the other goal was I wanted to assess the difficulty for the line so that I could compare it to other hard climbs that I've done recently and smooth out the grade suggestions for this range in Nova Scotia climbing. Both goals have been relatively a success. I made quick progress on almost every move on the climb. Physically, it's well within my ability. I'd be able to do this line given enough time, except for one factor, that final reach to the lip. It is just a little bit too far. It was done by a climber with 6 inches on my span, and I'm not sure that at my height it's reasonably possible. I'm at a turning point here. I'm going to get warmed up and hone straight in on that last move to the lip. If I see any progress at all today, I'll stay committed to this line and I'll keep working it, trying to unlock that move. But if, like the last several sessions in a row, I'm not getting any further at all, I'm going to call it, because it's just not going to be plausible for me yet in my body size. So my hope is I'm not going to walk away, and it's going to be and it's going to become a viable project. But if we are playing billiards right now and I have to call my pocket, I don't think this is going to be doable. No wasting time today. I'm going to get straight into my mission for the session. Oh, it's really cold on the hands. The sun is deceptive. It's 0 degrees and I'm in the wind a little bit, and it is not warm in the cave. The rock is still brutal winter temperatures, so. This is going to be unexpectedly difficult today. Oh, okay. All right, good for a warm-up go. Oh, the hands are burning though. Goodness, the rock is frigid. Fuck! Oh, yes! I think that's it. Oh, I may understand the move. Sort of temper my excitement here. It's a maybe. It's a solid maybe. What I did differently, it's hard to explain. It's kind of a feel thing. I'm rotating up through that side of the body. I'm doing it more as a move and not a sort of static reach, rather than doing it in 2 parts, which is how I have been doing it. I've been trying to position the body and then move the hand. Now it's all one motion, and it feels tentatively a lot more plausible. I'm getting a couple 100 watts per square meter of solar radiation right now. What a difference. Over here, it'd be t-shirt weather. Oh. Oh! It's horribly cold. Oh, it's really tough conditions. Yeah. Ah! Oh! 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 I almost got ejected over the pads. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem, right? If I bring my body out, it just gets impossibly hard. And I get ejected like that. And any beta that I try that is towards that variation coming out so that I can get higher makes it impossible to keep the Kneebar, and I just eject. The only beta that's worked has been staying low and then just super reach, but it's so at the extent of my reach and it's so difficult. It's a balancing act of getting far enough out the lip so that I can do that ridiculous reach, but not getting my center of gravity too far out away from the Kneebar. And the only way that works is when I strike that balance perfectly, but definitely didn't feel it that time. Well, I did it. Interesting. It didn't feel too bad actually, and I'm rote because I've been throwing myself at it. Rapid fire. And that's exactly what I focused on that time. Driving the knee down and just reaching up through. Interestingly, I thought the pinch was the way, but I ended up dropping the thumb and then just compressing with the crimp. Video replay is going to be helpful on this one so that I can see what worked. That's a whole lot of maybe. Duck the move. I understand it. Oh goodness. Wow. Yeah, I mean, that's not a fluke anymore. 2 out of 2. I can do it now, reliably. Oh boy. Oh. Wow. That is so cool. Wow. The search space on granite climbs here in Nova Scotia is vast for optimized beta. And throw in a difficult roof Kneebar that I can only do extending the length of my knee, that adds a lot of complexity, because putting this Kneebar pad on just right to get it to interface to even make this possible, and then the variations on body positions here in that movement is vast. And I wondered if it was just too far of a reach, but that's obviously not the case. It was it's too far of a reach when you're not in the correct body position and executing on the move properly. Well, I needed to see progress today to decide the fate of this line, and the answer is the grind continues. It's every time now, no fucking problem. That's it. I understand it. It's not even hard. Crazy. Wow. What an unlock. Wow. Wow. It's on repeat at the end of a sesh. Holy smokes. Yes. Oh. Okay. Oh, just fucking rapid fire. Under total duress, I can still do it. That's no rest, just giving her. I totally get it now. Wicked. That is so good. Wow. Wow. I'm going to call the session here. I'm just on top of the boulder, getting a little vitamin D in the early spring sunshine. It's such a pleasant spot on such a pleasant day. I didn't have a lot of expectations when I came out today. If I'm honest about it, it's because the first ascensionist has reach on me. A solid 6 inches of ape index and has a long history. My buddy Ben has a long history of being able to do betas that are not accessible to me, that have proved impossible. And I've always in the past been able to find a solution that works for my body type. I think here, the sheer difficulty of the line, I just didn't have the confidence that I was going to be able to find a solution that suits me. In fairness, this is only possible because I'm using one-of-a-kind Kneebar technology in order to extend the length of my knee to fit that jam. And I think that's another factor that sort of caused me to make a wrong conclusion, led me down a wrong road. Today will be a lesson for future climbs when something is really quite difficult and the sessions are getting frustrating and the progress is slowing. You almost want it to be impossible so that you can walk away and move on to something where the progress comes faster. That's not how I progress in my climbing. And so I can send this line. That's not in question. No individual move is at that point where I wouldn't be able to do it on send goes and in sequence with enough rehearsal. Knowing you can do a line and actually executing can be years apart. The struggle between here and there is what will make me as a climber.